Our place in the Premier League next season is secure, so we're just going to have a little bit of fun with our final 4 games. Hopefully pick up a couple of wins as well. Hi folks, welcome to Club 3, episode 18 of Half Star to 5 Star here on Football Manager 24.5. I'm Russ. Coming up today, we've got 2 games for you. What 2 games they're going to be, I do not know. We're playing Ipswich definitely, because last time we played them, we thumped them 10-0, so I'm hoping we can do it again at home this time. And then maybe we'll show the final game of the season against Brighton. Who knows? We'll just have to go with whatever happens. So, since you guys were last with us then, you saw the loss to Newcastle. We then lost to Leicester, lost to Chelsea, beat Man City, beat them 2-0. And then lost to Liverpool 4-1. But in between that, before we got to the Ipswich game, Derby, no it wasn't, it was before the Liverpool game. Derby lost their game. They're 13 points behind us with 12 to play for. They can't catch us, so we are in the Premier League next season. It does mean we have triggered Archer's deal to come and join us for just under £500,000. I'm happy to pay that, because he's not been a bad goalkeeper, if I'm totally honest. 24 games played, 38 conceded, 6 clean sheets and 1 man of the match. Good option on the bench for us behind number 1 goalkeeper being Callum McKenna, sorry. He's played 10, conceded 10 and got 3 clean sheets. So he's going to be our number 1 goalkeeper for next season. We're also scouting a lot of Wonder Kid players as well, which I've added all to the shortlist. We can see them here. A lot of these guys were on the next gen 50, so that's why we've added them on there, because I want to bring them into the club and improve us. There's definitely one that was a little bit spicy. It's this guy here, Hugo Mendoza. If we can get him, I will be happy. But then again, PSG and you there in for him too. So if we get him, that's a massive coup for us, a massive get. £8.2 million isn't a lot of money either. So hopefully our budgets are gonna be as they say. At the moment they're saying it's 18.5, but we haven't had them confirmed, so we're still waiting on that there. So let's go and play Ipswich. Let's go and put lots and lots of goals past them. The team we're putting out there is a little bit different to what we would normally put out, because we're testing a couple of players. So we're going to go with McKenna in goal, a back four McFarlane, Humphreys, Phillips and McAllister, Downs and Brooksby in the defensive midfield positions, Palacios, Torgiano and Gilligan supporting Mourinho up front, or however you say his name, I can't think of it from there. So right, we're just going to auto number these. Not really interested in what number they got. They're young players. We can change them for next season. Gilligan come in as the best player from the youth intake. It wasn't the striker that was any good, it was the right winger, so I'm hoping he's gonna turn out quite good for us. First highlight is a free kick for Ipswich. He's just lumped straight up the pitch. They've got it at the moment. A volleyed pass from the midfielder into the defender. We are pushing them back once again. They're out to their left-hand side, our right, so that's where Gilligan's going to be. Hopefully he can get the ball at some point, but it's not going to be now because Ipswich have forced it into the middle. They fed it down the line. I thought they played it out of play, but it's not. It's still in. Ipswich put it into the box, heading over the bar. A little bit of a weird highlight there. Neither of us sort of went for the ball, wanted the ball, and yet Ipswich put a cross in. They've got it in the box again here. And they've hit the inside of the post. It's come out towards us. They still got the pressure on us. We're under a lot of pressure from Ipswich at the moment. They are fighting for their lives. They're only 7 points behind Wolves. So with this game here, if they win it, they go 5 points behind them in Bournemouth. So they are going to want to win the match. We can't allow them though. Corner here. McFarlane's going to put this one in. Straight at the first defender. Gilligan picks up the ball. Plays it into McAllister. McAllister doesn't start many games for us at the moment. Brooksby with the ball. Downs. Left hand side. McFarlane's got a little bit of space. Puts the ball across into Mourinho. Is he onside? He's celebrating in front of the fans. Do the arms go up? They do. Middlesbrough 1. Ipswich 0. Took us 20 minutes. We got the ball rolling. We could finish 10th if things go our way and matches go our way. I mean, we could end up on 51 points. If we win our remaining 4 games, we still have to play Arsenal and Brighton, so I highly doubt we're going to end up over the 50 mark. But Gilligan with a shot. I don't know who that hit as it went over. It wasn't a bad effort from the young lad. He's only 15 years old, making his debut for us today. What is he like match stats at the moment? He's on a 6.7, so not too bad. Palacios having a worse game than what he is. Did I see 6.3? No, 6.6 now. Say that to the boys. Fitness-wise, we okay? We're fine. It's not making any changes. We're doing alright at the moment. Controlling the match. Match stats are all in our favour. Just want a second goal really, just to, you know, settle things, settle any nerves that we've got in the team. Palacios is the man that's going to come off at some point. We're given to the hour mark. Ipswich put it into the box. Phillips gets it clear. It's only as far as the Ipswich player. Who, yeah, they worked that nicely into the back of the net there. Middlesbrough 1, Ipswich 0. Ipswich 1, sorry. All because we couldn't clear the ball. So let's make that change now on the left-hand side. It's going to be... Let's bring on... Who do we bring on? Let's bring Jones on the play there. Torjano probably could come off as well. Can you play? No. No. Let's leave it how it is. Make a couple more changes around the 70-minute mark. Maybe Gilligan comes off. He's putting a shift for us today. Corner to defend here. This is where it should score again, don't they? But it's at the back post. We've got it clear. Downs diving header trying to get it clear. It is to the Ipswich man. It's nearly a carbon copy of their goal there, where they try and curl it into that bottom corner. I don't know what Downs was sort of attempting with that diving heading clearance. Just all he had to do was just boot it out the pitch. We got the ball now though. Downs into Torjano. Holds up the play, feeds it back to McFarlane, who goes to Humphreys. Staying with this left-hand side. We need to get out of this little cul-de-sac, boys. We do. We managed to work our way out of it. Downs lost the ball, but gets it back. Feeds it into McAllister. Gilligan and run at the pitch, mate. Give yourself an option. Give him some options. McAllister puts it across. Marino can't get onto the ball. Ipswich get it clear. Now it's substitute o'clock. It's going to be... Let's bring Goodman on for Gilligan. Let's also... bring on Head for Brooksby. McLean, you can come on for McFarlane. No more changes just yet. We need to keep it as tight as we can in. As many of the senior players on the pitch as we possibly can as well, just to see the game out. We do have one more substitution to make. Might take Humphreys off. In fact, we're going to do that now. It will be... Actually, no. Gleedor's going to come on for the goal scorer Marino up front. And we'll just see out the last couple of minutes. Don't need to venture too much. Don't need to push too much either. We've done what we need to do. We stayed in the Premier League. That was the aim, wasn't it? 17th was the aim for the season. Anything other than that was better. So, yeah. Draw with Ipswich. And then let's just move on to the Derby game, the Brighton game. Because it's the final game of the season. We can have a little bit of a party. Two other things to note. I've signed a new contract with Middlesbrough for 4 more years, giving us 35k per week. I'm happy to stay here. I'm happy not to leave. I think we can possibly win a domestic trophy with this club within the 4 years that I've signed up for. It's a good base, good team, so maybe we can win the League Cup or the FA Cup, get ourselves into Europe. That's how things are there. The other news is the board and the possibility of a takeover. So whether it's going to be financial backing for us is I don't know. But things could change at the club. They could end up giving us money, and that could push us on to where we need to get to. So any update on that, I will let you guys know. Other than that, we're going to come straight back for that Brighton game. So the board takeover isn't happening. We are going to stay with Jan Willem van Dop in charge of the club, which is okay because he's putting a lot of money into the club. Yes, it might be loans and stuff like that. We got £140. That'd be nice if we had that. £140 million worth of debt. We will figure that out at some point. I think that's the loans there, the £77 million loans, plus the £22 million transfer debt, plus the overdraft. I mean, I'm hoping the Premier League money is going to be coming in soon, so that will clear this and give us a little bit of money to spend in the transfer window. But yeah, in terms of how fixtures are gone, we lost to Arsenal. We got Wolves coming up soon, so I'll let you know how that goes. So we pick up a 2-0 win over Wolves. We can now finish either 14th, 13th or 12th. Either way, I'm happy with those. It's been a good end to the season. If we have a look at the schedule, where it was all yellows and reds, we've got greens and reds in there now. So yeah, we've done really, really well. Just get to the Brighton game, see how things play out from there. Still no news on the budgets though. So for the final time this season, we're playing Brighton. The team we're putting out there is McKenna in goal, a back four of McLean, Humphreys, Phillips and Laird, Bergveld and McAllister in the defensive midfield positions, Turkman, Devine and Torjano supporting Stasin up front. Got to give a number to Jurgen Winkler. We'll give him number 51. Let's submit those numbers. Let's get the boys out there, have a little bit of a chat with them, and then just finish the season. It's been, as I mentioned in the last game, a very good season for us. Middlesbrough back in the Premier League, staying in the Premier League as well, and it gives us this amazing platform to build on. And we're looking at bringing in quite a few players. West Ham have been relegated, so we're looking at trying to bring Mohamed Kudus in. He wants a lot of money, that's the only problem, and he's going to cost us about £50 million, which is what we don't have at the moment. And Brighton have just made us look silly there. 4 minutes on the clock. Brighton 1, Middlesbrough 0. Like I said, we don't want to venture too much. It's good for morale if we win the game, but we can't give them space like we're giving them there. Bergveld's come back to get the ball, but he's been dispossessed far too easy. And it's a very, very good save from McKenna. Stuck his left leg out there to push the ball out for a corner. Head it away, boys, and get on the counter-attack. There we go. Humphreys does head it away, but he doesn't leave the box. And Brighton are still on the attack. Blast one over the bar. Humphreys, the player, is probably going to leave us in the summer, along with Laird. McAllister maybe. Turgman goes too. There's maybe 7 players that... 7's a little bit too extreme there. Maybe 5 or 6 players that are definitely going to be leaving us that I want to sell to generate a bit of funds to get some new players in. I'm hoping as soon as this game's done, we are going to get our budgets. Devine's picked up a knock, so we'll take him off at half-time if he can last that long. No one's really safe. If good money comes in for players, we will move them on, but there are obviously players that I would like to keep at the club. Torjano's one of them. Phillips is another. Alfie Devine, Stasin, Strachan's a player that I'd like to keep at the club. Torjano with the ball here. He's in the box. Puts it across to McAllister. There's the equaliser. Finley McAllister, first goal of the season. And Torjano, giving himself getting himself an assist here. Good performance from especially from that little passage of play. As things are standing, we are going to finish 13th, so it's going to be a good little bit of money coming into the club as we get to half-time, 1-1 with Brighton. Good performance, keep it up so far. Like I said, we are going to take off Alfie Devine. We're going to bring on Cesar Palacios for him. McLean's going to come off because he hasn't played well. Del Fry's going to come on for his final game of his career before he, as I've said in many episodes, heads off into the sunset and enjoys his retirement. Who are we playing? Not Burnley, not Derby. It's Brighton we're playing, Russ. They got the first highlight of this second half. Phillips stopped the attack briefly, but it's not held them back, and they've bundled it into the back of the net. Brighton 2, Middlesbrough 1. I mean, when you do a FIFA pass like that across the goal, it's always going to end up in the back of the net, isn't it? So, I'm not going to complain too much. Turgman's had a bad game. Stasin's had a bad game. we'll take them off. It's coming up to the hour mark. Sorry if you can hear the boiler in the background. As you know, my office is up in the boiler room. Kaiser Palacios is worth losing his head there. Marino comes on for Stassin, and then on the left hand side, we haven't got anyone who can play there really. What do we do? Jose Luis can come on, because Marino can play out on that left hand side. Luis can play up front as a defender, so I just have to go with that. So yeah, every now and then it does get a little bit noisy up here. That's why we don't go on stream. Maybe in the summer we will do a little bit of Twitch on FM 25 if it comes out. Fingers crossed it comes out. And I'm hoping the release day for FM 25 is going to be the second week of March, because the first week of March I'm on a training course up in Birmingham for 2 days, so I may miss a key couple of dates of trying to get videos out as the game is released. So Sports Interactive, do the right thing, release it on the 10th of March, please, for me, please. Right, back to the action. Brighton have got the ball in the box, and McKenna's let that ball slip through his fingers. There is a VAR check. What you saying, Mr. Referee? Is it disallowed? No, the arms are in the air. Goal. 3-1 to Brighton. Just want to end the season now, really. End the season. Build for next. Let's make the final substitution then. Winkler can come on for Laird. Youngster coming on, giving him 12 or so minutes. It's minutes in the tank for players, which is always good. Palacios receives the ball from Humphreys. Runs back, gives it to Bergvall. Fry with the ball. Out to Humphreys, left-hand side. Might need to shift the play, boys. Shift it to the right. Bergvall with the ball. He's listening. He finds a space. Winkler with the ball. Up the line. He does, into Torjano, into Palacios, who goes back to Torjano, chips it in, can't find Luis. I think if there's an actual striker there, we might have got onto it, but ifs and buts, wishes and fishes and all that. Torjano with the volley. Was Luis onside? Please put your arms up, boys. No, he wasn't. It was the head back from Luis. He was offside when he headed it into Torjano. I mean, it was a lovely goal. Well taken strike, but if it's offside, it doesn't really count, does it? And everyone forgets it. 6 minutes time added on at the end of this match. We lose 3-1, final day of the season. Not too worried about it, because we are a Premier League team. Underdogs, no one gave you a chance. Everyone switched off. Great. Right then. We finished the season 13th. What are the budgets? I can't see budgets. The budgets aren't there. Get 15, nearly £15.5 million finished 13th. Does that to the bank balance, but the budgets are not there. So we scout these players because we want them fully scouted for when we do actually bring them in. We're going to click continue and see actually if the budgets are there. They're not, so we will leave it there, and I'll let you know the budgets as soon as we do the season review. So if you guys have enjoyed that, big thumbs up in the video for me. Subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already done so. And as always, folks, thank you very much for watching.